So big things, whether, predictions or just in general, we talk about it a lot. You get very excited by it. Social commerce.
I love shopping on social.
I don't personally think I've ever actually brought anything.
Oh, you do on TikTok Shop.
Well, this is the thing. So it'd be really, for me as an education piece, I understand the concept of it. And I think potentially, certainly a barrier for me at the moment is maybe the way traditional influencers have got to a point where you see it all the time, and there's, it's always click the link, get a discount, and we talk about authenticity and all that kind of stuff, but there's a massive lack of that in a way.
Yeah.
But from what I understand and what I've seen of, through workshops with TikTok and Meta and stuff like that, is actually the way in which you can create shopping experiences on the platforms is far more immersive, can be more brand-led in a really creative way. So it'd just be interesting to get your points on it, as to understand why you're so excited by it and the value it's going to bring to a lot of brands.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is like the Meta, Facebook, Instagram, they've all been like, shoppability is coming for like the last 4 years. And we're like, okay, when's it coming? It hasn't really been adopted on Instagram, even though it is available. Where it has been adopted is TikTok Shop. Now, they tried to run it out across the entirety of Europe. Didn't really see a whole load of uptick on it, because whenever you're going through to tackle live shopping, it's not just getting it set up and running the ads and getting people to purchase the items. How does fulfillment look? And so they have an option where you can actually use one of their fulfillment partners and send your product there and it will be fulfilled for you, or you can link it back if you have like a Shopify site. So I think that's one of the barriers to entry for brands. But some people are seeing really, really strong success if you can get over those barriers. And I know that the platforms are doing a lot of work to be able to kind of make it a lot easier to get on board with. Like, we even have clients who are like we've got one of the largest furniture retailers on Amazon and Wayfair, massive in America, haven't quite got their D2C offering going in the UK. But in the meantime, whilst they're working on that, they're like, well, we may as well get on TikTok Shop as a way to directly sell to consumers. And the fact that brands are starting to recognize it as an opportunity, I personally think is really, really exciting. But really, why it is so exciting from a marketer's perspective is because it will work on organic social, it will work on paid social, where we're moving towards this cookieless world. It's all staying within the platform. So it's really easy to directly attribute the actual return on investment that you're getting on both organic, which is really, really next to impossible to actually be able to understand the true impact it's having on revenue. And obviously on paid, where we're post iOS update, and we are sort of working a little bit more blindly, obviously with some supporting tools, with Google Analytics and with GA4 coming into play now. But it gives us an opportunity to be able to really, really show that off. I think the way it's implementing into creators as well, it also opens up more opportunities for them. So as a whole, I just think all marketers, if you're working on any type of brand that is trying to sell stuff online, you should be excited about this. Yep. And you should start sort of delving into it a little bit further. I think TikTok Shop will go first, specifically in the UK. It's already going. Yep. Sorry, I've got some... I've got a bit of biscuit in my mind. I'll start that sentence again. TikTok Shop will be the first to go. It already is going. They've had massive success in Asian markets, and it is sort of flowing through to specific areas of Europe as well. Instagram will follow, but annoyingly, Instagram have had their shopping features available for years now, but it just hasn't taken off. And I'm unsure... Oh, I was going to say I'm unsure if it's because people maybe don't trust Meta, but then really people don't trust TikTok at the same time. But people seem to be more willing and open to use TikTok Shop because of the way that they've set it up for consumers than people are on Instagram. But
I suppose there's two things there. Is like the behaviors. TikTok initially was very different to what Instagram offered. They had video, and TikTok came along and then sort of moved into this real space, which was sort of trying to match it, but they're still slightly different in a way. I think one of the interesting things about it, and the way you're talking about, the trackability and the value for marketeers and marketing it really taps into like a wonderful behavioral aspect of using it, which is like that urgency and immediacy of, I can see it, I want it, and I can just do it there and then. Because, you know, even watching YouTube and you know, more, you know, swipe ups and things like that, you're limited, you know, especially in stories, to that sort of creativity, and the journey is actually really long, right? Like, you've got to click on a link to go here, to then put this in and put that code in and everything. And if everything's built in to one space, and it's almost one click, right?
Well, I'm going to task you, in the next 2 weeks, I want you to have bought something on TikTok. Once your details are in there, you literally just keep pressing.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous. That sounds...
But one thing I just want to flag, controversially, I'm going to bring up the metaverse.
Okay.
But if we look at how this could work from a shopping perspective online, and if we look at what could happen with a metaverse, in theory, instead of actually going to a shopping center, you're in the metaverse, you're seeing products and you're just purchasing it, and it physically turns up at your doorstep. You know, it wouldn't shock me if in 4 to 5 years, that sort of, probably a little bit longer to be honest, came to a reality. Am I excited about that? I'm not 100% sure. The main thing I'm excited about is the attribution, but it wouldn't shock me if we got to that place with shopping on social.